Hi, I'm April Hale, and my husband Jason Jones and I have a son named Ruben. He's 2 months old, and we were really happy to find this house just a couple of months before we had Ruben, because we were wanting to find a good home that felt safe and had the right kind of environment, has woods and trees, and just a really nice place for our son to grow up. So my husband Jason grew up in Montana, and he's worked for the Forest Service for about 15 years. Doing inventories of the forest. So he goes out and measures trees and takes soil samples, and they look at diseases and insects, and they're basically looking at change over time and kind of taking data that gives a representation of that. So I make jewelry for a living, and I have been doing that for a little over 10 years. After college, I went to a craft school and learned how to be a metalsmith, and ended up going to graduate school in Bozeman for art and really honing my skills. And since graduating from grad school, I decided that I should try to make a living at what I was doing and not just go get a job somewhere that had nothing to do with art. So I've been selling my jewelry, doing it as my full-time job for about 4 or 5 years now. And it's great, I love doing it. I love making handmade things that people can wear. Taking the homeownership class was pretty much vital in us understanding the process. And I don't know that we would have known where to start if we hadn't taken the class. We probably would have just seen a house that we liked and contacted a realtor and made a whole lot of mistakes in the process, which you can't go through the process without making mistakes. But I feel like the homeownership class prepared us really well to understand how it all was going to work. Our realtor actually found this house for us, and we didn't think we could afford it, and we thought she was crazy for telling us to even put an offer on it. And the owners didn't accept our offer, and it was a backup offer, and we ended up getting called a couple of months after we put the offer on it, and we're told, hey, do you want to do this backup offer thing? And so we got really lucky in that respect. We have a list that we made when we first moved in. It was kind of big and kind of gotten a little bit bigger. Here's our list, 2 pages of list. We've gotten some things taken care of. We had to replace all the floors, and there's still a lot on the plumbing section of the list you might see, but I became an amateur plumber for 2 days. And so the list has been kind of an interesting symbol of like what it means to own a house instead of being a renter. Having the list is like, wow, we're homeowners and we have all these things that are not just a monetary investment, but an emotional and like physical investment of our time.